It's time to love the lanes again. From some of southeastern Wisconsin's finest bowling centers, this is the Brew City Bowling Show.
Well, bowling fans, it's a bittersweet moment here at Classic Lanes Greenfield. It's the last Brew City Bowling Show of the season, but we've got some great players on the show. We have some Hall of Famers, future Hall of Famers, players that like to have fun, and I'll tell you what, all those prizes we have, as always, up for grabs, including that American Place Casino Royal Roller match at $250 in free play and $150 in dining. Up for grabs. What team's going to get in that Royal Roller match and who's going to take it home and head over to Waukegan for some fun and a free meal? We'll find out after the short break. Coming back to you from Classic Lanes in Greenfield here on the Brew City Bowling Show.
Hey, Steve. Your favorite slots are open.
They remember my name and my game?
Your usual, Steve?
They're like mind readers.
Blackjack!
Is this heaven?
No, it's American Place Casino.
Wait, are you in my head?
Come on, Steve. That'd be weird.
We're not mind readers, but we create an experience that's just for you. American Place Casino.
This place rules!
I know, right?
Showcase your skills and experience the thrill of competing on the national stage at the 2025 PBA LBC National Championships. This event has awarded over $675,000 in prize money over the last 2 years, and Valero Mount Prospect is just a 90-minute drive from Milwaukee. View all the tournament information at pba.com/LBC tournament. And our first semifinal for our season-ending show here on the Brew City Bowling Show. Classic Lanes in Greenfield. Chad Kloss and Gus Unaris, you talk about a powerhouse team kicking things off. That's right, we opened up the average cap today. Let anybody pair with anyone, and we've got some great teams that have worked their way through qualifying onto the show. Chad starting things off here on lane 3 at Classic Lanes Greenfield, and he trips the 4-pin on this 43-foot PBA LBC National Championships pattern. And once again, this is going to end up seeing who our two qualifiers are going to be for the final American Place Casino Royal Roller match of the year. At $250 in free play and $150 in dining for the team to split at American Place Casino. Still on the line this morning, Hall of Famer Gus Unaris. He's in the USBC Hall of Fame. He's in the Wisconsin Hall of Fame, the Milwaukee Hall of Fame. And apparently the 4-pin decided it wasn't going to fall for the Hall of Famer. Usually they talk about Hall of Fame carry shots where players can repetitively trip a 4-pin, that type of thing. We'll have to have a little talk with that 4-pin after this frame. Gus knows the importance of spares all over that 4-pin, and both players clean in their first frame this morning. Chad, the owner of Bowler's Headquarters Pro Shop inside of Classic Lanes Greenfield. You can actually see the door right next to that yellow bowling jersey hanging on the wall. And Gus Unaris, one of the expert ball drillers that works for Chad. And unfortunately for Chad there, got that ball out right early. It stayed there on this LBC National Championships pattern. But the good news for Chad, there's a prize involved with converting the washout. That's right, our friends at Holtz Chevrolet in Hales Corners provide their wash bucket full of car care products worth over $150 for conversion of any washout here on the Brew City Bowling Show. And how about that? Chad, you're taking home a bucket. Great car care products thanks to Holtz Chevrolet. And if you're looking for a brand new vehicle, especially with all the questions up in the air about what's tariffed, what's not, contact any of the great salespeople at Holtz Chevrolet, and they can get you in a newer used vehicle that fits your style. Let's see what Gus can do here. 8th frame. That ball stays right on line. Takes all 10 down, and as you can see with a player like Gus, this LBC pattern very playable even for a player that doesn't have the ball speed and the rev rate that they used to. Just a matter of getting that ball to pick up in the right spot, roll strongly through the pocket like it did there for Gus. And hey, let's get a mystery frame awarded. If Chad can strike here, he'll get a gift card to Falcon Bowl up in River West. Get to have a little fun on those historic lanes in the basement or at the bar upstairs. And there you go for Chad. And a chance for the Dutch 80 game and an additional $40 in cash from the Brew City Bowling Show. If Chad can go spare strike in the 10th frame, but something tells me Chad's looking for the full strikeout, get to a 100 on his scoreboard, and possibly take down that Circa High Game Award, that 2-night stay at Circa Las Vegas with the daybed rental at Stadium Swim. That prize worth almost $750. You can see right there, Gus not happy with that shot. Oh, I thought he'd maybe get the 6 and the 10. I wonder if Gus peeked a little early because he saw that red, white, and blue American Place Casino pin on lane 3, and he knows he's going to be facing that pin. His first ball of the 10th frame, maybe thinking ahead a little bit. Not sure if that's really the case, but I know it caught my attention. Gus has probably converted 1,000,000 10 pins over his career. And he picks another one up. And now Gus looking to get to that Dutch 80 game as well for an extra 40 hours, but we know he's looking at that maximum score of 90 and thinking, I don't need the 40 hours that bad. I need to get our team into the Royal Roller match. So both our players stepping up in the 10th frame, looking to put up a solid opening total. Chad's favorite bowling teammate, Will Welch, one of the members of the Bowlers headquarters team, that threw a lot of strikes like that once again in Baton Rouge, Louisiana at the USBC Open Championships recently, as that team from Bowlers headquarters left with the team all events lead. It's a event that counts every single game the bowlers roll during their 9 games of competition. There's no prize money involved, but the pride that bowlers have in taking down that team all events award every year. I would call it the biggest award at the USBC Open every year, for sure. And Chad almost left the 7-10. It'll be interesting to see here if he goes to convert the 10 pin or try to get a little more information, knowing that this total is probably going to get his team into the Royal Roller match. I mean, right now, yep, there you go. He's going for the spare. He knows that every pin counts in qualifying situations such as this. And a great total there of 89. Will it be enough to be in the lead for the Circa Las Vegas High Game Award? Well, Gus Yanera strikes out. He'll get to 90. And how about this for Gus's big first ball in the 10th? Not only is it that jackpot shot pin, but also Gus's mystery frame for an additional $50 in dining for American Place Casino. And how about that? You talk about a man that's been under pressure situations a lot in his life. He's probably thrown shots in his career that have been for thousands of dollars, but I guarantee you, when Gus saw that red, white, and blue head pin, brought the focus up a hair more, and now he's going to have himself a good night at American Place Casino with some gaming and some dining certificates going with him. Let's see if we can get another bottle of Creating the Difference bowling ball cleaner in a player's hands here if Gus can double in the 10th, which he does. And now this is a huge shot on the final ball as you see the players exchange high fives. As if Gus strikes here, he passes Chad for that Circa Las Vegas High Game Award. If they tie at 89 and they stay at the high game of the show point, they would have to break it off with a 1-ball roll-off. But Gus, a lot on the line here as well. That gift card from Penzi Spices. Will we spice up another turkey with Penzi's? Yes, we will. There you go. Gus Yanera, 90. Chad, 89. What a great game by our players. We'll be back to award them some prizes in our second semifinal from here at Classic Lanes Greenfield. South Shore Bowl has great bowling deals for you, with all-you-can bowl glow bowling on Friday and Saturday nights and our Sunday Fun Day special. See all the info at southshorebowl.com.
Hi everyone, come check out Swagger Sports Bar and Grill inside Root River Center. On Tuesdays we have buy one get one rail and buy one get one wine. And don't forget to try our half-off apps.
Sign up for the Summer Storm Doubles League at Castle Lanes and Racine. Get your chance to win Storm bowling balls, Castle Lanes gift certificates, and everyone in the league gets a Castle t-shirt and a bowling jersey from H5G. Call Castle Lanes today to sign up. Well, a couple of hot hands coming out of the gates in semifinal number 1. 189 for that team total. A great game for our players. Let's talk to Chad first. Chad, come on in. Chad, a little different bowling. You've been on the Brew City Bowling Show before, this little 4-frame format. You used to go into nationals and having 9 games and stuff like that. Does the mental outlook change when you're out here knowing it's just 4 frames?
It's more fun. Okay. It's more enjoyable. And with all the people here cheering you on and giving you a hard time, makes it even better.
Well, that's cool. Hey, a nice game with the 89. You converted that washout in the 8th frame, so that gets you a Holtz bucket of love, wash bucket full of car caprox. It's worth over $100 thanks to our friends at Holtz Chevy in Hales Corners. Your mystery frame was the 9th frame, so you're going to win $50 in gift certificates from Falcon Bowl. When's the last time you were at Falcon Bowl?
A long time ago.
Probably hasn't changed much, probably changed enough, but you'll definitely be able to have some fun up there. And then you also get a bottle of Creating the Difference bowling ball cleaner for your double. So a great game. We'll see if you and Gus make it back for that Royal Roller match.
All right. Thank you very much, and thanks for everything you do.
Thanks, Chad. Appreciate that. And let's bring in Gus. Gus, come on in. Gus, you've bowled so many things on TV over the years. Locally, it was Bowling with the Champs. Nationally, it was the World Team Challenges. This 4 frames has just got to be an entirely different outlook for you coming out here for the first time in this old bowling game format.
Bowling on TV is the same. I mean, under the lights, and there's some added pressure to it, but being used to it, I was a little more relaxed. And the fact here is we were here to have fun, and I had fun on the lanes.
It's good to hear. Good to hear. And you had 189 total. That usually is one of those totals that makes it through that roller match. We'll see what happens when we get through. Your double gets you a bottle of Creating the Difference bowling ball cleaner. Your 3-bagger in the 10th frame gets you to spice up your turkey with Penzies. And your mystery frame is the 10th frame. So not only was that your jackpot shot for the $100 in free play, you also get $50 in dining for your mystery frame from American Place Casino. So that'll be a fun night for you down there for sure. Taking anybody with you?
I'm taking my wife, absolutely. We'll go out there and have a nice weekend.
Yeah, so it'll be a good time. So now you got to sit and wait and see if we can get you back for the Royal Roller match. Thanks for bowling, guys.
Thank you. And I want to say this on behalf of a lot of the bowlers in our community. Thank you for putting bowling back on TV in the forefront. Thank you all the sponsors that give to Phil. It's a worthwhile cause to support bowling, TV bowling in Milwaukee.
I appreciate that, Guts. Thanks a lot. We'll probably see you later on, so thanks, man. And let's see where our bowlers coming out now for semifinal number 2 after that great total by Gus and Chad at 189.
On to our second semifinal here from Classic Lanes in Greenfield, and we have Jarrett Gerber, Matt Anderson entering the fray as they try to make their way to the American Place Casino Royal Roller match. Jarrett Gerber going to start things off here on lane 3. And these two players coming in from Mineral Point. We are getting the reach here across the state of Wisconsin with the Brew City Bowling Show. We saw Sue and Tim Walter from the Wausau area last week. Now we see Jarrett and Matt coming in from out west, and that's one of the good things for everybody about the Brew City Bowling Show. If you miss our original airings on My 24 Milwaukee, you can always catch the archives of these telecasts on YouTube. Just search Brew City Bowling Show, and that'll take you to the 10 on the Deck Productions page, where we have every episode of the season and all past seasons ready for you to view again.
Yeah.
And it's good to see bowlers from across the state of Wisconsin are starting to tune in on YouTube when they can't catch it locally if they live outside of the My 24 viewing area. Let's see what Matt Anderson can do here. Looking for an opening strike, and he kicks that 10 out. And a solid start for both our players. Filling frames here in frame number 7. Of course, this fun format in our semifinal round, paying homage to the old bowling game here in Milwaukee. 7th through 10th frame. Jarrett, short follow through. Is that going to hold for him? Yeah, that one slices through the head pin, leaving the 3-6 combination. Jarrett says if he could bowl one game with any living person, he would love to do it with Mike Fagan, the old PBA professional. The King of Swing seems like such a great guy, and I'll tell you what, he's doing a lot to assist keeping some bigger bowling centers alive, as he just took over ownership of 10 Pins and More in Rio Rancho, New Mexico, just outside of Albuquerque. They have some big tournaments in that bowling center, and now Mike Fagan, the owner of that center. Next time, if I ever make it to Albuquerque again, I'd love to stop in and maybe get a chance to bump into the King of Swing. Let's see what Matt can do here, trying to win his mystery frame, a pizza and pitcher package from Riviera Lanes in West Dallas. That needs to hold, and he pays a big penalty there by missing left, leaving the 410. Matt says if he could bowl with anyone for a game, Danny Wiseman. So he always liked Danny when he was on the lanes, when he was on the PBA Tour. Danny's been hitting some stops on occasion in the southeast part of the country. He's retired from being in Maryland, moved down to the Tampa Bay area in Florida, and we saw Danny once again at the stop at the Villages in Florida and at the PBA Players Championship. So Danny's still a little part-timing on the PBA 850 Tour, but definitely enjoying the fruits of his labors from his earlier times on the PBA Tour. He made sure he invested his money well, and basically doing what he wants when he wants. Let's see if Jarrett can win himself a haircut from DeCarlo Salon and Barbershop in downtown Milwaukee. Unfortunately, another ball that comes up high. Once again, this pattern isn't what the players bowled on during the qualifying round to make the show earlier today. They bowled on the Classic Lanes Greenfield house pattern, so they need to make adjustments when they come on the lanes with a little more oil all the way across the lane and a little flatter of a pattern. And now Jarrett with the chop, and it's starting to look a little rough for their advancement into the American Place Casino Royal Roller match. Let's see what Matt can do here to right the ship, working on that 8th frame open. Always loves the movie Titanic whenever he gets a chance when it's on, and unfortunately that ball hit an iceberg before getting to the 1-3, and he leaves himself the 2, 4, and 5. Never an easy combination if you're just bowling league or in practice. When you're under the TV lights and know that little extra pressure is there where you need to advance in a tournament, that could be a little problematic for Matt. Just gets the 5 down. There you see him smiling, putting up that safe signal, and these bowlers are definitely going to need big dent frames to try to get into our Royal Roller match. We already know from the totals that are put up, Chad and Gus are going to be in. Now can Jarrett right the ship a little bit, get himself $100 in free play from American Place Casino, and hey, let's send them about 45 minutes south of Classic Lanes Greenfield. Let them have a little fun with some video poker, the slot machines, video keno. $100 in free play going into Jarrett's back pocket. Not that bowler's gamble at all. They don't bowl giant bowling centers in Las Vegas and Reno for nothing. Oh, that's going to need help if he's going to get that double. Oh, and it did. Skate a little farther than I anticipated. Doesn't get that Korean difference bowling ball polish, though, as he leaves the week 10. So spare here gets Jarrett 62. If Matt can punch out, he gets a 76. That can make life interesting for our third semifinalists with Steve Vetter and Matt Duty. Because, as you know, all it takes is really a couple open frames out of one player, and they can find themselves out of the Royal Roller match. So let's see what Matt can do here, looking for the big finish in the 10th frame. So Matt's favorite teammates when he gets a chance to bowl, obviously the man he's bowling with now, Jarrett Gerber, one of the 3 favorites he had. The other 2, I don't blame him one bit. His dad, because he's dad, let's be honest, and his wife Tiffany, always fun to bowl with her without any pressure, and that 6-pin did the job on the 10. Let's see if we can get a bottle of Korean the difference bowling ball polish in Matt's bowling bag and still give this team a chance to get into the Royal Roller match. Oh, that's pretty good out of the hand right there. Beautifully done by Matt Anderson, and he's looking at a possible 76 games. So these bowlers can get to 137. That's one of those fringe totals we have here on the Brew City Bowling Show. Sometimes that makes a Royal Roller match. Other times it ends up being in 3rd place on the show, and their day is done at the end of this semifinal. We'll find out after Steve and Matt bowl. Going high, gets 8. So 135 for the team total, 74 for Matt, 61 for Jarrett. Award them their prizes and back to that third semifinal from here at Classic Lanes Greenfield on the Brew City Bowling Show.
Well, as our good friend Dan Glubka likes to say, sometimes you're the dog, sometimes you're the fire hydrant. And unfortunately for Jarrett and Matt, they just didn't catch the breaks that game. Let's bring in our bowlers and talk to them. Jarrett, let's come in, have you come in and talk to you first. You know, sometimes it's not about how many times you strike here on TV on the Brew City Bowling Show. It's when you strike, and you struck so well in the 10th frame with that jackpot shot. There's $100 in free play for you. I got my hands full, but congratulations. So spend that wisely down at American Place Casino in Waukegan. Good for any of the slot games or video poker down there as well. So unfortunately, your mystery frame is the 9th frame, so you missed out on a haircut from DeCarlo Salon and Barbershop in downtown Milwaukee. But, yeah, we have that here on occasion. We get some of the File Cleat Challenge that end up having a chance to win that thing. But I got to ask you, I mean, 4 frames, first time on TV. How did it seem like it lasted more than a minute?
My heart was pumping a lot, and I got high blood pressure, so that was very frustrating, but it was fun.
All right,
I loved it.
As long as you had fun and as long as we have to pick you up off the ground, I'm happy too. Thanks for bowling. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Phil.
All right, thank you. And let's bring in Matt. Matt, come on in. Matt, a little rough, but you got yourself a double in the 10th frame. That's going to catch you this bottle of Creating the Difference Bowling Ball Cleaner, so enjoy that. Unfortunately, your mystery frame is the 8th frame. You would have won a pizza and pitcher package from Riviera Lanes in West Dallas. When's the last time you stopped by Riviera?
Oh, we're not from around here. We're from like Mineral Point area, 2 hours
okay.
away. So.
Oh, wow, you guys came all the way in for this
Yeah,
today.
my dad watches this like all the time. So, and so do I.
He's one of our YouTube viewers, like you.
Time, yeah.
I'm glad you guys made the show. It's another. We had a couple from Wausau on last week with us, so glad to know we're getting statewide. And thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. We'll have to hold on for one more match. Maybe you guys will make it to that roller match. You never know. So thanks for bowling today.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. All right, and let's see who our bowlers are going to be coming up now in semifinal number 3.
Semifinal number 3. Our last 2 players with a chance to get into the American Place Casino Royal Roller match here from Classic Lanes in Greenfield. Steve Vetter, Matt Duty, wearing some very interesting jerseys. Let's let you take the close-up on those shortly. And we're starting Steve off right away with a mystery frame. Strike here gets him a gift card from Natty Oaks in West Dallas. Could even use that in the Oak Room downstairs if he's a bourbon fan. And there we go. Let's send him out to West Dallas. Thanks to Brian Wolf and all his great staff, not just at Natty Oaks, but also at Henry Flack Steakhouse in West Dallas as well for all their support. And we thank all of our sponsors here on the Brew City Bowling Show for being great supporters of the sport of bowling throughout this season. Matt Duty stepping up, just turned 42. Bowls here at Classic Lanes Greenfield, also at Blue Mountain Bowl and Riviera Lanes. Knew Matt pretty well from his time at Riviera on Thursday nights. He was with the Riviera Mutts. My team was with Morningstar Golf. Yeah, there's some good battles on the lanes and some good fun off the lanes between those teams. Let's see what Matt can do here. Hooking into that 4-pin, takes it down, and both our players whip marks in their opening frame. Continue to build on that as Steve says his favorite bowling teammate could be his opponent in the American Place Casino Royal Roller match, Chad Kloss. Just likes how Chad can support players while they're out on the lanes together, and unfortunately for Steve, that 6-pin provided no support on the 10. Even a little lean on it to knock it down would have been nice. But now Steve going to search for that spare ball. He'll go cross lane at that 10. Watch that ball just come in a little bit late. 6 wraps around the 10. Now you just got to get yourself recomposed. Knock that single pin down and try to finish out strong. And that's a little right early. Yeah, and that's the problem with this 43-foot PBA LBC pattern. The amount of oil that's on the outside of the pattern from a typical league pattern, or what they saw here in qualifying earlier today. You get that little bit of a hook back on the back end. Even with polyester, on those league patterns. Not the case here with that LBC pattern. Let's see what Matt can do here. 8th frame. That needs to hold, and he pays the full price. 4, 6, and 7. Well, it's $40 if you were to make this from the Brew City Bowling Show, but you have to pretty much get a lucky bounce off of either the 4 or the 7. We've seen some players try to slide the 6-pin over at the 7 and then have it bounce forward into the 4. Are we going to get a lucky bounce here? Well, we got a little tease there. Matt, you don't get a prize for American Place for just leaving that red, white, and blue pin at the end of a frame. It's got to be that head pin or a single pin spare attempt. And with both these players working on opens, Jarrett and Matt could be in pretty good shape for getting into that American Place Casino Royal Roller match against Chad Kloss and Gus Yanaris. We're going to need a couple of big finishes here from Steve and Matt to get them to advance. A little back on the foot on that shot. You saw the heel just kind of started and stopped sliding again. Footwork didn't look great there for Steve, and he just didn't get that ball properly leveraged through the shot. Came up a little late, and lucky to leave just the 2-pin. We've seen a lot of 2-10 combinations on this lane pattern over the shows this season, and much better on the spare attempt, dead on that 2-pin. So a maximum score now of 78 for Steve if he strikes out. Matt can still get to 86, and so with that 137 total from Matt and Jarrett, semifinal number 2, make it 135. They've got their work cut out for them. A bunch of strikes are going to be needed. Matt Duty in his mystery frame here, looking to get a bowling ball rejuvenation and resurfacing from Bowler's headquarters. And how about that? We'll save Matt a few bucks. I know he gets a lot of his equipment taken care of by Chad Kloss, Will Watch, Gus Yanaris here at Bowler's headquarters, and he'll take one of those bowling balls, get a full resurfacing and rejuvenation, then keep that surface fresh for all your league and tournament play. John Schwengel from Bowler's headquarters in the background watching today as well, as Steve, wow, running into more problems. You would have thought that shot in the 7th frame where he was dead flush, he'd be locked in. But he's found a couple problems on his last 2 shots. Could be an over-adjustment from that week 10 he left in the 8th. So now a maximum score here of 65 with a spare and a strike on the fill ball. And that's going to need a lot of help. And once again, that little bit of extra outside oil on this pattern bites Steve in the backside. Leaves him with 54. That means Matt's going to have to double and get 6 pins for Steve and Matt to advance into the Royal Roller match. Otherwise, it's going to be Matt Anderson and Jarrett Gerber advancing. Matt Duty says, "Not yet, gentlemen," from Mineral Point. I got a chance to send you back out west early. As Duty gets the double and gets himself that bottle of Creating the Difference bowling ball cleaner. Can he spice up his turkey with Penzies? And more importantly, can he also get his team into the American Place Casino Royal Roller match? Needs this strike. Looks pretty good. It's on target line. And wow, you talk about putting it perfectly in the 1-3 pocket. Matt does so. But now, once again, he needs count. I don't know if he knows the actual total needed in his head. He'll probably just throw the best ball he can. If he gets 5, it's a tie. 6 or more, his team advances, and he can take down the American Place Casino jackpot shot here and some Milwaukee Milkman tickets with that red, white, and blue pin. Doesn't do it, but the 8 is enough. We have our American Place Casino Royal Roller finalists determined. We'll give Steve and Matt their prizes and get that Royal Roller match underway here at Classic Lanes Greenfield. It's time for the 4th annual 3-2-1 tournament at Blue Mound Bowl in Brookfield. Your $150 team entry fee includes your doubles with your teammates and your singles. Call Blue Mound Bowl to reserve your anytime, anyday squad time.
Well, that's the exciting part with doubles sometimes. One partner can struggle a little bit, the other partner can finish strong and pick him up, and Matt Duty did just that to get his team into the American Place Casino Royal Roller match with that big finish. He got to 84. Let's talk to those players first. Steve, come on in. Steve, you made a couple of our shows back in the days where you were on Time Warner Cable Sports Channel, and that's a full game or a couple of frames in Baker. 4 frames by yourself's got to feel a little weird, doesn't it?
It does. It's a lot shorter than you think, and the bright lights they actually got to me. I've been on, like you said, you've been on before, but today it was pretty bright.
Well, the good news for you is sometimes in the Brew City Bowling Show, it's not about how many times you strike, it's about when you strike. 7th frame, your only strike was your mystery frame, so you got a $40 gift card to Natty Oaks in West Dallas. So nice. When's the last time you were at Natty Oaks?
I can't remember. It's been a while.
Yeah, take somebody for a fish fry. Take the wife for a fish fry. It'd be perfect. So, and now you got a Royal Roller match to get ready for, so go get ready. Thanks for bowling.
Thank you for everything.
All right, let's bring Matt in. Matt, with that big finish, we got some prizes piling up here. For your double, you get yourself a bottle of Create a Difference bowling ball cleaner. For your 3 in a row, you get yourself a gift card for Penzeys Spices. Spice up your turkey with Penzeys. And your mystery frame was the 9th frame, so you won yourself a bowling ball rejuvenation and resurfacing from Bowlers headquarters right here inside of Classic Lanes Greenfield. So you get yourself a little surface adjustment when needed. So.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. And jackpot ball, you had the chance on the fill ball for the $100 jackpot shot, and it just went a little high. But those first 2 in the 10th got your team over the hump. You're in that Royal Roller match. What's the strategy going to be for yourself and your partner, Steve? Who's going to take lane 3? Who's going to take lane 4?
Just got to stay clean. We're going to talk about it a little bit more. I'm a little bit more confident on lane 3. Okay. I got a little more hook on lane 3 down lane. So hopefully see what happens.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thanks. All right, let's bring in Gus Yannaris, who had high game on the show with his 90 game. Now, Gus, we don't pay to get you there, but you've won a 2-night midweek stay at Circa Las Vegas, along with a complimentary day bed rental at Stadium Swim. That price is worth over $700. So, nice. So you got yourself a chance during the summer. Take a couple of days, take Karen out there, and have a great time.
I plan on it. And thank you for, again, the sponsors for offering all these great prizes. And I'm going to book a trip soon.
Appreciate that. Hey, Royal Roller match coming up, all the extra stuff. Baker game, so one of you is just going to stay on lane 3, one's going to stay on lane 4 for the whole game. Do you and Chad have a strategy panned out yet?
Yes, I'm going to stay on 3, and he's going to stay on 4.
All right. So good luck to you out there.
Thank you.
They got time for some practice right now. We'll be back with that American Place Casino Royal Roller match coming to you from here at Classic Lanes Greenfield after this short break.
I'm excited to check this place out.
It's gotta be better than our usual.
Feel invisible at other casinos?
Welcome. Great to see you.
Hey, we see you. Because at American Place, we go above and beyond to deliver not just great gaming and dining, but personal service and attention where nothing is overlooked. Especially you. American Place Casino.
Long time no see. You have no idea.
All Foxview Lanes and Sussex Bowl League bowlers in the 25-26 league season will have their chance to strike it rich. And their chance at the $15,000 progressive jackpot every time they bowl league. And the final American Place Casino Royal Roller match for the Brew City Bowling Show this season, coming to you with Steve Vetter and Matt Duty taking on Chad Kloss and Gus Yannaris. And if you just go by the
Start us off, Steve.
scores bowled earlier today, and I hate to say it, you go by their Hall of Fame or future Hall of Fame records, you have to make Chad Kloss and Gus Yannaris the favorites in this match, but with a full game of Baker and bowlers being able to find the lane they're comfortable on and make 5 quality shots, there's no way you can count Steve Vetter and Matt Duty out of this yet, as Steve Vetter is going to be starting this Royal Roller match off on lane 3. Thanks again to Gina Dereshevsky for hosting us at Classic Lanes Greenfield, and a great strike there by Steve. And thanks to all of our host centers throughout our first, as we jokingly call this, the 2.5 seasons of the Brew City Bowling Show. Thanks to My24 for giving us that 4-week extension in the month of May to bring you some more fun bowling out here on the lanes. Chad Kloss. His favorite teammate, Will Welch. They both have the same passion and work ethic. Not just on the lanes, but also Will doing some part-time work at the pro shop for Chad when Chad has other commitments, along with Gus Yanaris and John Schwengel. That's a great staff they have available to take care of you here inside of Classic Lanes Greenfield at Bowlers headquarters. Chad going to go cross lane at that tough spare. That 9 always makes it a little bit tougher, but he gets the hook in properly. Takes all 4 pins down. And now it's up to Gus Yanaris to put the first strike on the board for his team. You hear some fans in the crowd talking about the original Greek freak, Gus Yanaris. Remember back a couple decades ago when Gus owned Papoose Restaurant in West Dallas. Always great gyros by Gus. And is that going to hold pocket? Yes, it does. And Gus Yanaris puts a strike on the board for that team. Matt Duty. You look at all the averages on these players in our match, and all but Steve have averages in the 230s at some point in time. Steve was a 230-plus average bowler earlier in his career. But, you know, life and family and cutting down to bowling once a week can bring that average down a bit. And are we going to get a lucky break for Matt on that shot? No, we're not. Leaves the 10 pin on the off hit. Matt's favorite breakfast food on a Saturday morning before he hits the lane. Scrambled eggs and hash browns. I would have thought he would have tossed a side of sausage on that. But cross lane at the 10. Covers it up. And we're clean for both teams through 2 frames of this Royal Roller match. Once again, $250 in free play and $150 in dining at American Place Casino will be split by the winning team. Each team member also has 1 chance at a mystery frame during this Royal Roller match to win some additional prizes to pile on what they already have from earlier today. And Vetter, 2 for 2 on lane 3 this game. Scrambles up the rack quite nicely. Let's take another look at that toss by Steve. You can see already a bit deep on this 43-foot PBA LBC National Championships lane pattern. And can we get our first mystery frame winner of this Royal Roller match? Chance for Chad Kloss to take down some Henry Flack Steakhouse. And beautifully done by Chad. And Chad and Gus take an early lead with that double. Gus's favorite bowling teammate, Lenny Borsch Jr. This is, the name says it all. And we know Lenny, he's been having a tough battle against a rare form of cancer over the last couple of years. It's always good to see Lenny once in a while. Got a chance to run into him out at Foxy Lanes in Waukesha a couple of months back, and can't wait to see Lenny back out on the lanes once the PBA 60 events start. He'll be taking on that national competition. And of course, this year is the first year the PBA is having the PBA 60 World Series of Bowling, and they're doing that at Wayne Webb's Columbus Bowl in Columbus, Ohio. I think Gus could do a pretty good job in that PBA 60 event as well. I don't know if he's considered bowling that yet or not. I'm going to have to talk to him once we're done with the show today. I think he'd do a wonderful job. He used to bowl the PBA 60 Dick Weber Classic and made match play a couple of times, and I covered that with Extra Frame back in the day. See if Matt Duty can win himself some Milwaukee Milkmen tickets, family 4-pack of tickets. This is his second chance at it today, as he had a chance for 4 in a row at the end of his semifinal game to take home that family 4-pack. And I guess Matt must be a Lake Country Dockhounds fan. Little reference back to our baseball battle we had about a month ago here on the Brew City Bowling Show. It's such a fun day with the Lake Country Dockhounds and the Milwaukee Milkmen players battling it out on the lanes. For their franchise fans, they won their fans a bunch of prizes. And it just goes to show it doesn't matter if you have the ability like these players to average in the 230s, or you just go out for fun a couple times a year. You can get out there and put some strikes on the board. No doubt about it. Let's see if Steve can do that here as he goes for the Three Sheeps gift pack. Thanks to our friends at Beechwood Distributing. And how about that? A couple cases of Three Sheeps and some more fun items going home with Steve for that mystery frame strike. And he's 3 for 3 this game on that left lane. 4 out of 5 overall. And here's our first chance at a jackpot shot here in our Royal Roller match. Chance for an extra $100 in free play for Chad Kloss if he strikes here from American Place Casino. And, well, come on, Chad. Really? He knows he got a break on that shot. Gus knows he got a break on that shot. And Chad waves to the crowd. Sometimes you get away with breaks. You make your own breaks in the sport of bowling, let's be honest. 2 wrongs don't make a right, but 3 wrongs can make a strike like it did in that case for Chad. Throw it slow, give it a little extra, and miss a little to the left. And Gus Llaneras with a chance to put another double on the board for his team and get a commanding lead going into our commercial break. Gus makes it happen. Big lead now for Chad and Gus. Can they hold on to it through the rest of this Royal Roller match? We'll be back to Classic Lanes in Greenfield to find out. And we're back here at Classic Lanes Greenfield. Due to time restraints, we had our players continue rolling through the commercial break. Matt Duty steps up, 6th frame for his team. Puts a double on the board to keep Steve and Matt close. However, Steve running into a little trouble here on his 7th frame. Comes up a little high, leaves just the 6 pin, and had no problem converting the spare. So Chad and Gus with about a 10-pin lead over Matt and Steve currently. Let's see what Chad Kloss can do to keep piling on the strikes. His team working on a double. And Chad with another chance at a jackpot shot. We just saw him win one in the 5th frame with a crossover. Let's see if he makes this one a little bit of a better effort to take home another $100 in free play for American Place Casino. Wow, that 6-pin kind of teased him. Almost sawed the 3 off the 6 for a pocket 6-pin, but he gets it to go. And another $100 in free play at American Place Casino for Chad Kloss. He's going to have himself a real fun time. Hopefully he keeps all those winnings away from his wife, Kim. Gets to gamble it himself. Gus Llaneras mystery frame, not just for the H5G brands gift card, but he can also win his team family 4-pack of tickets for the Milwaukee Milkmen for each player with 4 in a row in our Royal Roller match. And Gus makes it happen. Big league now for Chad and Gus, as they are both going to be able to take 3 of their friends to any Milwaukee Milkmen game in 2025. Check out that season's schedule for the Milwaukee Milkmen online. Matt Duty, if he had a walk-in song, it would be I Go Blind by Hootie and the Blowfish. If you see Matt in his glasses, you kind of get the running joke on that I Go Blind reference. And Matt's having some problem keeping that ball off the head pin, as that one cuts high, leaves the 3-6. See, he thought it was a better shot for about 55 feet down lane. And is that going to come back? Yikes. No, it does not. And Steve and Matt really now have their work cut out for them, as their maximum score is 216. Chad and Gus pacing out in the 230s right now. So they're going to need some help from the opponents. And Steve's going to have to step back up here, throw strikes like he has 3 of his 4 previous times. And if he strikes here, it's another $100 in free play we're giving away to American Place Casino. Watch out, Waukegan. The bowlers are coming down, and they mean business. Lots of American Place Casino free play given away already today. And, of course, we have that $250 in free play to go with $150 in dining. Our winning team will split. And Chad looking to lock things up right now, working on 4 in a row. A strike here pretty much ends the match. Chad would walk in to Lose Yourself by Eminem if he had a walk-in song to get on the lanes. And wow, I thought that was going to be match over. Now it's making things interesting with this 7-10. Yeah, if he does make it, it is $100 in cash from the Brew City Bowling Show. But that's just a terrible break on a relatively decent shot. That ball starts facing up 6 inches sooner on the lane. That's a flush strike. We gonna get ourselves any bounce here? Nope, just barely tickles the 7 down. So that leaves 204 on the board, 234 maximum. So as long as Gus Chinares can put a mark up here in the 10th frame and get good count on the fill ball, he'll take home the Royal Roller match winnings for he and Chad. An open frame here, and Matt Duty can step up in the 10th frame and take home the victory for himself and Steve. Gus's walk-in song would be Here Comes Trouble by Bad Company, and that hopefully isn't any trouble for Gus Chinares, as the flat 10, an unusual flat 10 because the belly of that 6-pin went backwards and the head of the 6-pin facing back down lane. You can just see right there, just no action. The flat gutter by that 6-pin. And you know Gus knows the score. He knows a mark here takes care of business. And wow, we got to show the replay of Gus's reaction to making this 10-pin. You know how huge it was. Let's get back to that look on the replay here and watch that fist pump. Giving it to the 10-pin for standing in the first place. And hey, let's finish off with a little bonus here for Gus as well. He's already taking home the Circa High Game Award for the 2-night midweek stay at Circa Las Vegas and the daybed rental at Stadium Swim. How about $100 in bonus free play for another American Place Casino jackpot shot? He won $100 worth in the semifinal match to close it out. Doesn't do it this time, but they will take home the victory. So between Chad and Gus today, $550 in free play, $200 for Chad, $100 for Gus, and then the $250 they won for this match. And then $200 in dining, the $150 are split, and then Gus won another $50 for his mystery frame in the semifinals. So, you know, we want to thank American Place Casino for their sponsorship all season long. Circa Las Vegas for those great high game awards for all 30 shows. And boy, the list of our sponsors we want to thank. We've got all of our mystery frame sponsors. We have all of our Strike in a Row sponsors like Creating the Difference, Penzi Spices, H5G Brands, the Milwaukee Milkmen and the Milwaukee Wave, and of course the PBA LBC National Championships for any player that bowled that perfect 120 game on the show. And you look at our mystery frame providers with American Place Casino. Thanks to Beechwood Distributing for all the different beer prizes. Thanks to Creating the Difference, all kinds of prizes we gave away this season. We'll be back to wrap up this show from Classic Lanes Greenfield.
Well, you knew it was going to be a battle down to the finish, and it came down to the 10th frame. Gus Chinares shut it out for him and his team with the big victory there. Let's bring in our team that finished in second today with Steve and Matt. And Matt, that lane 4 really kind of got you there.
That lane got on fire real quick. It transitioned pretty quick. I don't know if it was the lights or just the topography of the lane, but it got pretty bad.
So, Matt, unfortunately, your mystery frame was the 4th frame. You didn't strike there. You would have won 4 tickets to the Milwaukee Milkmen. So, Matt, thanks for bowling. Appreciate you coming in today, and good luck to you the rest of the season.
Thank you.
And, Steve, you got a jackpot shot, so we're going to give you $100 in free play for American Place Casino for that. You also won your mystery frame. Do you like Three Sheeps Brewing? Have you had Three Sheeps Brewing?
Sure.
Sure. Well, you're going home with a Three Sheeps gift pack. So for your strike in the 5th frame for the mystery frame, and you got a nice run today. Second place finish, nothing to shake your head about. And I hope you guys had fun today.
Oh, we had a blast. My partner shot 299. It was awesome. He carried us, and it was a lot of fun today. And I appreciate everything you guys do.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys. Thanks.
All right, thanks.
All right, let's bring in Gus and Chad. Gus and Chad. Our champions for the day, they're going to take home the $250 in free play and $150 in dining at American Place Casino. You guys talked it over before the match about lane 3, lane 4, and it seems to be that you guys made the right pick because you were able to figure out 4 and you got 3 when you needed to.
Yeah, I mean, we knew that Gus had a really good look on lane 3, and it just made sense. And obviously, he's a seasoned veteran, so when it came to needing a shot, wanted him there to make it.
Yeah, and he did. 10th frame, 10 pin to win it. How many times have you been in that position on TV?
Quite a few, and sometimes it's been on the other side of it, so I'm happy to make this spare.
Well, you guys as a team, you got the 4-bagger in there, so you're each going to receive a 4-pack of tickets to the Milwaukee Milkmen, any game in 2025. So you guys can, it's 8 tickets between the two. You guys can have a nice tailgate party with family and friends. So, Chad, you struck in the 3rd frame. That was your mystery frame. You're going to get a gift card for Henry Flack Steakhouse in West Dallas. When's the last time you were at Henry Flack?
We're actually supposed to be going there because we drill Brian's bowling balls, and he's taking care of us, so we're going to go there and take care of him.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And Gus, you struck in the 8th frame, so you're going to win a gift card to H5G Brands. So you can get any of the PBA merchandise they have. They are the official merchandiser of the PBA. So congratulations, guys. Thanks for bowling. And any parting words about what's going on at Bowlers headquarters over the summer?
We have a lot going on. We're going to be stocking everything. We're always here. Hit us up on Facebook. Hours are going to be limited, so just hit us up. We can always meet you here.
Yeah.
Make an appointment.
Yeah, we thank you for your sponsorship. We thank all of our sponsors here all season long, 30 weeks in. This is the last one. We'll be back in the fall, though. We guarantee it. We'll have some great bowlers like Gus and Chad on there. We'll have some fun bowlers on there. We have a great mix here on the Brew City Bowling Show. So for Chad, for Gus, I'm $2 Phil Brilo. Hey, parents, take the kids bowling because they're going to have fun for life.
Thank you, Gina.
And thanks to Gina. And we will see you in the fall here on the Brew City Bowling Show.